Okay, now once you've gotten to this point, it's now kind of interesting to compare plant and animal cells and do them separately. So the first thing we really need to do is we want to sort the table so that we've got the plant and animal cells separate from each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll over here and I'm going to drag it down a little bit. And I'm going to select the bottom row all the way across. I'm going to drag it up, but I'm not going to go all the way up to the top. I'm just going to select the little section that has just the data. Then I'm going to go up to Tools, and that's not the one I want. I wanted Data. So next to Tools is Data. Sort. And it's going to say, okay, what column do you want to sort by? Well, I want to sort by the B column, which is whether it's a plant or an animal cell. And I'm going to see where it says column A. I'm going to go to down to column B. And I'm just going to sort it in ascending order, and I'm going to say OK. And what you'll notice, all of a sudden it bounces out, and now you got all the animals in one section and all the plants in another section. Now this is the fun part. Now all I have to do is, this is the row that has that in it, the animals in it. So I'm going to click over here, and I'm going to drag all the way across like this. All right. And I'm going to get, actually I'm going to hit the last thing, and I'm going to go copy. Now I'm going to click on the second sheet, and I'm just going to click up here in the first cell, and I'm going to go right click, paste. And everything pops into place. Now the really kind of nice part about this, as you notice, is that the numbers adjust. Okay? Because now I only have 1,000, and now all the data, all the percentages have adjusted. Okay, sheet 1 went from 68% is in interphase. Now it's only in 61%. And right now in just the animal cells, the number of cells in prophase are 25%. Before it was only 17%. So you can see there's a little difference between plant and animal cells. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to click down here, and we're going to copy all the cells that have plant cells in them. And I'm going to try a little thing. I'm going to scroll up to the top, and I'm going to hit down the Control key, and I'm going to copy all these guys. Let's try that again. Let's grab all the cells in this row. Hold down the Control key, and then get everything in this row, including the total. And I'm going to go Control C. Nope, can't be used. This function can't be used in multiple selections. So what we're going to do first is we're just going to grab all the plant cells. All right, didn't like me doing that. I was afraid it might not like that. I'm just going to go Control C. I'm going to go sheet 3, and I'm just going to click up here and paste. And then I'm going to insert a couple of rows. Insert a row. Insert a row. And I'm going to do the same thing I did before, which is, well, actually, because I'm lazy, and that's what this is for, I'm just going to right click here. I'm going to click up here. I'm going to click these two columns. I'm going to right click. I'm going to go copy. And I'm going to go back to sheet 3, and I'm just going to go insert rows. Boom. Whoops, no, I'm sorry. Paste. That's what I was trying to do right there. All right, and if you notice, actually, what happens is, I believe this actually totaled up the way it was supposed to. Sure. All right, yep. And if you notice, the 73% of implant cells, 73% of them were in interphase, and animal cells, 61% of them were in interphase, and in the total, it was 68%, 0.9%. Okay, so the numbers do kind of change a little bit. All right, but if you notice, they also do track. I mean, they're not that far off. There's not like a massive difference between them. All right, so I actually think the data actually looks pretty good. All right, so now you've got all of this. You've got these things all taken care of, and basically you can just submit this. The one other thing I'd like to see you do, just to make it easy, this is, I'm going to click down here where it says Rename Sheet. I'm going to call this Plants and Animals. And I'm going to click on this sheet, and I'm going to change the name of this sheet to Animals. And you have to hit OK. I'm going to click on that sheet, and I'm going to call that Plants. Okay, and as you can see, this didn't hold, so I'm going to have to rename it again. Rename sheet, plant. There you go. And that's all you have to do. All right, so now we basically have 3 spreadsheets, and they basically compare the amounts of different phases of mitosis for the different for both plants and animals.